Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis, and this is the intraday for Bitcoin to see what happened and what it might happen next. Today in the daily, we have mentioned, of course, that we see some weakness, more weakness for Bitcoin and for the crypto market, where we still see, of course, more dumping toward the downside and, of course, without end somehow. Today we saw, of course, the news as well, some economical news that it has created some volatility, of course, a fake out, definitely, and then pushing for lower even more aggressively. And that means, of course, we're still accumulating more sellers there, still looking for lower. However, as you can see, we have reached the target, the testing area, where we would like to test the possibility here of a rebound at 66k, 64k. So between this perfect fib level for a potential wave 1 here, that it is finished as a double 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4 and a 5, wave 1, and then having A, B, and a C here. So of course this ABC has expanded here, we might be, of course, in a potential A, B, and a C there in the magenta scenario. So basically this wave C can be considered as an ending diagonal so far, where you are looking at the following here, lines for this diagonal. Yeah, it looks a little bit even much more like an expanding diagonal, which I don't like at all. I'm afraid that this is gonna turn to several 1-2s. Yeah, so we gotta be careful, several 1-2s, and then pushing much more lower, or even turning into a huge leading diagonal, and then of course wave 2 there, and then pushing massively towards the downside. However, how we gonna, of course, assess the price here? So after this massive drop right now that we see, of course, it might be that of course the things might start to flip toward the upside, because of course the market always want to liquidate everyone. So be careful, of course. In case that this is a diagonal, I believe that this is much higher possibility, of course, that this is a diagonal that can be 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, knowing that wave 5 is longer than wave 3 as well, so be careful. So basically it can be also a correction. It can be an A, B, and a C, where you have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Can be expanding diagonal as well for this final move there. So we'll see the reaction over there. I mean, currently we see some kind of a rebound, but I don't believe it yet, of course. Higher possibility is to continue the drop, so we have to be careful. However, if we break this area, if we don't see here 5 ways up, 3 ways down continuation, forget about it. Okay, we just continue the drop for a new low here. And that means, of course, we are continuing a wave 4 here in the magenta, where you have potentially double 1, 2, 3, and then wave 4, 5, 4, and a 5, simply dumping for lower. Yeah, so we'll see how this is going to unfold. Don't forget as well, on the 4-hour chart here, you might turn, of course, to something more bearish. In case, of course, we turn here in a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and then wave 3. Because, of course, internally here, we are looking at a potential 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and a 5 can be, of course, a very likely possibility as well, since you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished there as an ABC, considering W, X, and a wave Y. It can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is also a possibility. Another possibility, it can be even that you have double 1, 2 here. This is the wave 3 because it's very extended, and then 4, 5, 4, 5. And that will turn a massive wave 3 here, meaning 1, 4, 5 to finish only this wave 3, and then you have double 1, 2. And this will end up, of course, in kind of like 4, 5, 4, and a 5. And of course, this is our deepest scenario here that you know on the daily. Okay, so this scenario that you know on the daily, where we might finish, of course, between the 0.618, 0.786 only for wave A, then pulling back for wave B. Of course, it's gonna be 3 ways. Don't forget, this is only an impulse, and then of course pushing for lower in a wave C. Don't forget the time here. The time is very, very essential. So yeah, the drop for the wave A might be very massive, aggressive, and very fast. And yeah, so we might of course visit the 35K even for Bitcoin since we are at the 66K. However, let's see what this area is going to do at the 52K. Don't forget that this is our blue box right now, and we still of course have some gap to fill until the 52K 1-to-1 fib level. We'll see the reaction from there, and of course in case it's gonna unfold a regular flat shallow wave 2 and stay and keep Bitcoin above the 52K here, and then pushing for a new bull run for later on. Yep, so we'll see of course what's gonna happen on the lower time frame. I don't believe it yet, of course, guys. Yeah, the things are very bearish still for the market here. Great safe. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.